Good morning, bonjour à tous. Good afternoon, bonjour à tous. On behalf of École Normale Supérieure Paris-Saclay, I'm delighted to welcome you today, whether you are in this room or you are attending the meeting remotely. You are indeed more than 60 students who could not join us in person for the being time due to the difficulties brought by the sanitary crisis, especially delays in the delivery of visas, or because some of you already attend some courses in another part of the campus. Congratulations to those who succeeded to join us face-to-face today. Besides welcoming you today, I would like to address the two following points. Our recent move to this new campus and to this fabulous building. You are indeed the first students to enter this building and to study in it. You will discover these premises in the following weeks, and our president in a short while will be speaking to you about the opportunities available in this new living environment. The second point is the COVID sanitary crisis, which requires special working conditions, significantly different from the usual ones. I'd like to remind you the most important measures regarding prevention actions. All students, as well as staff and visitors, will be required to wear a face mask when on the campus. That is to say, in the hallways, in the lecture halls, in classrooms, in libraries, in labs, in offices, in elevators, in stairways, restrooms, even in the gardens. ENS Paris-Saclay will not provide you with masks, so you will need your own. Secondly, many hand sanitizer dispensers are available at the different entrances of the building, so don't hesitate to use them. And physical distancing of at least 1 meter should be respected as much as possible. By your seat in this room, you will find useful information in the different booklets located at your seat, especially the 2021 welcome booklet. I think you have all get the booklet. One part of the booklet is in French, and the other side it's in English. Now let's have a look on the meeting agenda on the screen behind me. You will attend the presentation of the different administrative services and activities you could need during your stay. The meeting is supposed to finish around 2:30, so if even you're getting hungry, please stay with us if possible. A lunch bag will be provided to you by the end of the meeting. Keep in mind that our ambition is to welcome you in a fulfilling environment, to prepare you for tomorrow's challenges, to help you open to new horizons, and to participating, laying the foundation of your success. Once again, welcome to ENS Paris-Saclay. And now I'm pleased to leave the floor to Professor Pierre-Paul Zaliot, President of École Normale Supérieure Paris-Saclay.
Well, I'm very glad, of course, to welcome you. To welcome you here in France, in Europe first, in France, on the Paris-Saclay campus, and of course in the ENS new building and in this amphitheater. And of course, I also very glad to welcome the remote audience through the YouTube channel. As you may notice, it's a brand new building since it has been open to students only 3 days ago. So it's you are part of the very first promotion of students here, and I hope you will appreciate the building. You will appreciate it. You will take part of its life, scientific life, of course, courses, master courses, PhD program, and so on, but also the student life here on the campus in VONS. You will see that the whole campus and VONS itself is providing a lot of activities, associations, club, sport facilities. Well, for sport facilities, I'm not yet sure how it will work with the coronavirus crisis, but whatever. And if you are also into arts and culture, just next door on the Centre de Recherche, you can experience an art and science platform, which is quite new and original institutions in this campus. Let me tell you why international students' mobility is so important into the mission and into the issues of a university, and especially this university. It's a crucial part of a university, hosting international students and promoting students' mobility. And in a way, it has always been the case. If you look carefully at the history of a university in France, and if you look, for example, at the Sorbonne University, founded in 1200 during the Middle Age, Paris was already known for attracting and for being attractive for its academic life. Paris was at that time, and is already in a way, but was at that time full of international colleges hosting students from all over the world, all over the known world for European people, so all over Europe. If you walk in the Quartier Latin, you will see Collège des Écossais, Collège des Irlandais, and so that are the remaining aspect of this very, very, very ancient international institution, academic international institution in Paris, not to talk about the Cité Internationale. Of course, at that time, the common language was Latin, and I'm not going to continue my speech in Latin, but as you see, I'm just talking in the new global language, English. So why is it so important for us, and why it is so important for you, I hope? In a broad sense, do not forget that universities are dealing with universal issues. Knowledge, skills, values. They are not only into the laboratories, they are into the ground of the university values in general. And from that point of view, I'm going to talk loud and clear. The contemporary period is critical and equivocal, not only because there is a coronavirus pandemic. After a trend, myself, I have experienced as an academic, as a scholar, I have experienced a growing interest into students' mobility during the globalization period of the 1990s. The world seems to be open. The values we were defending seems to be successful, sharing science, sharing culture, mixing culture. And we are experiencing now, everywhere, the tendency of national withdrawal. The geopolitical relations between major countries are not far from being Cold War-like. The coronavirus crisis itself illustrates the two sides. It's a global pandemic. The virus is global. The spread from China to the whole world has been quick and global. The tools to prevent the virus, masks, vaccines, drugs, are embedded into globalized network. So, on the one hand, we are together experiencing a globalization of universities and a development of student mobility. You, the 250 students here and in a remote audience, you are part of the 5 billion million students studying abroad yearly, with a growth, do you know that, of 30% per year in the 5 last years. And it's probably going to increase again after the end of the pandemic. We are all expecting and hoping. So it's going to increase in the context of growing students' empowerment, your ability to choose place where to go, and also a growing competition between major universities and major countries in major campus. Singapore, US famous campus, the Chinese, and so on. It's a new campus in Africa, in Arabia, everywhere. And we are part of that map. And we are a point on that map, Paris-Saclay. On the other hand, there is a growing tendency to commodification of training and the fragmentation of the universal values we are supposed to share through this students' mobility. We are experiencing a multipolar and post-colonial world with powerful new nations, and there is a danger of losing the original sense, the meaning of universal heritage, which is the quest for human progress through knowledge, science, technology, the ideal of knowledge as a common good, and last but not least, the recognition of human rights, which is written into, do you know that? I presume yes. It is written in the United Nations Charter. All countries have signed. I read it shortly. We, the people of the United Nations, determined to regain faith in fundamental human rights and the dignity and worth of human persons, in the equal rights of men and women and of nations, large and small, and to promote social progress and better standards of life in a larger freedom, and for these ends, to practice tolerance and life together in peace with one another as good neighbors. It's a whole students' mobility promoting these values. When you come to Europe, when you come to France, when you come to Paris-Saclay, you do not come only for a very good training program for a quite cheap price, which is true, but also because you choose a country, a university, an école in this university, that defends these values. Our university defends these values. I invite you to use your stay to think about that, to listen to the others, to discuss, to argue, to question your ideas. I do not pretend that what we say is absolutely true. I do not pretend that it's perfect. The country is not perfect. It's far from being the case. We need your critical point of view. We need the dialogue. So we need you. We need to share the ideals and values on which international cooperation, especially in the university field, are grounded. Of course, I strongly hope that you will be a link between your country and ours. And as a link, I hope you're going to be a bridge. Let me talk to you shortly, very shortly, about ENS, since it's going to be presented in the PowerPoint. This institution has been founded more than 1 century years ago, in 1912. It's a quite important and leading institution for interdisciplinary graduate education and research. And its mission, its particular mission, is to train future researchers and faculty members in quite every discipline: humanities, arts, social sciences, basic and natural sciences, engineering, computer sciences, of course, and mathematics. Students, ENS students, normaliens, are known for being selected from a very competitive process, les concours aux grandes écoles, and they benefit here from personalized tutoring and research-based training that combines theory and practice while encouraging embeddedness in laboratory and interdisciplinary studies. ENS Paris-Saclay is unique in many ways. First, for these links that exist between teaching departments and research laboratories, which brings students to quickly, even undergrad, being immersed in stimulating research contexts to conduct projects overseen by leading researchers. also for bringing together a vast array of disciplines which no other higher education institutions cover in the same way and the same level. Basic science, humanities, social sciences, engineering, sciences, arts and design. The layout of the new building, you will see, made by renowned architect Renzo Piano, illustrates perfectly the entanglement between research and training. In the same corridor, you will see a classroom and a laboratory platform. And training, the proximity between research and training, and the proximity between all the disciplines. From the atrium Germain-Tillion, you will see, if you look carefully, the chemistry department, the biology department, the civil engineering department, and so on. The design department sharing the same space. In this very weird context of the coronavirus, be sure also that we have in mind how important is it for us to have you here with us, and how we have in mind to take care of you. You are going to be introduced to Paris-Saclay University, so I won't be long on that point. I will let you introduce it. But being part on the top 14 campus and the top 14 university is something worth experiencing, I'm sure of that. So I warmly welcome you, and I wish you a very fruitful year with us, and I hope to see you very soon in this building during your training program. Thank you very much.
Now I leave the stage to Sébastien Perrin from Université Paris-Saclay.
So hello, welcome to all. I am Sébastien Perrin. I am Deputy Director for European International Affairs at University Paris-Saclay. And I'm sorry, but I'm not as comfortable as the President for speaking with a mask. But we are very glad to have the opportunity to introduce you to Paris-Saclay, and we thank the President of l'École Normale Supérieure and his staff for this opportunity. So what is Paris-Saclay? Now, sorry, I thought... Ok, on est parti en avant. Voilà. Après. Ok, it's coming. Welcome to University Paris-Saclay. Okay. I recognize. So what is Paris-Saclay? So I will try to be short and pragmatic. Paris-Saclay is a new kind of legally cut-ending university. It is a dynamic process, including several ports, several establishments, each of whose keeping his own personality and singularity. But the project is the gathering of the forces to strengthening and fostering the research and training faculties. So, as you can see, the university is composed by several parts, several institutions or components. The university has been legally created by a decree on November 2019, and now it is a true university, and it works as a network between each of these institutions. So you have the possibility to be both student of the École Normale, one of the most prestigious schools in France, and at the University Paris-Saclay. So, what are the main sharing interest in the project. The first is, of course, the location to foster scientific and student life on the Paris-Saclay campus, of course. And then, as I explained to you, and the very heart of the project is the academic excellence centered around Paris-Saclay, attraction, international visibility, academic success, and socio-economic impact. Internalization of the training, staff, research is at the very heart of the project of the university. Besides, it is located in a wonderful environment with many historic landmarks, natural resources, and so. And of course, you will have some interest to discover all the wide services and possibilities you will have for a good life experience during your training. So some key figures. As you see, the University Paris-Saclay, of course, it contains a large number of students, more for 48,000 students. And I underline your attention about the number of master and PhD degree. The project, the training project, is to foster the capability on this level and to create a continuum between the master in France to the thesis, and creating the condition for natural follow-ups between the two kinds of degree. This continuity is now allowed by a new kind of structure, which are graduate schools. Graduate schools have the vocation to incubing and fostering the development, the network between training, research, and to create, for instance, some new and innovative center of research, for instance. As reminded the President, you have a wide range of discipline, and this wide range of discipline is from now on mixed and have the possibility to be developed only by the possibility to belonging to a same cluster of academic establishments. About innovation, as you can see, we own some more than 200 laboratories, many of them shared by the large organismes de recherche, national research organisms in France, which are of great importance, as you know. And it is a major point of a major location for innovation, with one fab lab and more than 100 startups created every year. Sorry. Okay, so there are several programs to allow to give some tools to the service of for this ambition. So an innovative undergraduate program through l'école universitaire du premier cycle for the undergraduates. A common master degree program which is developed, which means that more and more master degrees are shared and accredited by both Paris-Saclay and the École Normale, for instance, and a unique PhD degree. So if you choose to follow up your study at Paris at the école, the diploma will be delivered by Université Paris-Saclay at the end of your training. A common signature, of course, for the visibility of academic activities, and a world-class campus. We'll focus a little about that. The master program, so one of the most important points of the project, more than 12,000 master students, a very selective and competitive level of selection. As you can see, more 90,000 applicants, 67 master disciplines, and 370 tracks. You can see that as an evocation for the re-rolling of the training program at the scale of the university. Of which training track, there is more than 120 dedicated for international and with, for instance, courses in English. A flagship degree, the PhD, so less than 5,000 PhD students, 21 doctoral schools, which is representative of the variety of the disciplines taught and researched by the university. And again, all of those training programs are followed up by the graduate school, as I explained to you previously. Around the world, so Paris-Saclay is now well known and become settled in the large academic market, if you allow me to call that by that name. So we are 14th in the Shanghai classement, which make of us the first non-English speaking university in the world. There are over 400 international partners, 165 ERC, as you know, or maybe not, some very selective at cutting program funded by the European Commission. 10 field medals, and we are the leader for our new brand project, the Alliance for Global Health, UGLO, which is a consortium, a network between 5 main European universities, accompanying Porto, Ludwig Maximilian at Munich, Szeged in Hungary, and Lund in Sweden. And the aim is to create a new integrative and inclusive campus, sharing the same tools and sharing some training and research purposes. So, as I explained to you, you will have the chance, the opportunity to explain that you have studied in one of the best and best ranked university. So Shanghai University is mainly a research classment, as we all know, but you may see the excellence points in mathematics. We are the first in the world, 9 in physics, 12 in agriculture, and so and so. Of course, we are all very happy by this recognition of the international academic community, of the strength of our university. Sorry. About research, one of the most favorable ecosystems for research in Europe, with in the top 8 world innovation clusters, NORSPIN, for instance, for biology, Soleil for physics, and so, with large research platforms funded by both private, corporate actors and public actors. And the mission of my department is to help to reach the purposes, the aim funded by the government. So for master students, we offer a large wide of grants. For PhD students, we can count more than 350 grants per year for funding by Q2. So in the following of your training against, you can use these grants, this kind of tools or devices to help you for the financement of your project. CIF, which are doctorate control contract with corporate and societies. Chateaubriand Fellowship, which allow you to study abroad in the US, free delivered by year, and research stay abroad for Paris-Saclay PhD candidates with a for financement of the mobility dependencies. For researcher, you have the same kind of program, Jean d'Alembert, and so and so. So a very creative and helpful environment for your project. So if you have any question about that, I invite you to come close to our colleague of the International Affairs of the École Normale, and to have who will deliver you further information. And of course, beyond or besides research, there is a lot of services for the day life, for the day life help. First of all, the International Welcome Office will help you for administrative tasks concerning your staying in France. The GET platform, which is a very innovative services set up with the prefecture, the university, banks, private householder, and so, and the University Paris-Saclay buddy program, which help you to find some monitors, and which you may be matched, and they will help you for integration, help with administrative and sometimes web tab task, explanation of the courses, and so and so. So your the main person who will help you is Laurence Monselier, who is in charge of the bourse Paris-Saclay. Laurence, je t'en prie, si je vais te dire un petit mot.
Hi, I will be very quick. I would like to say hello to international students who get the Université Paris-Saclay scholarship. You are 19 in ENS Paris-Saclay to get this scholarship. And is there a student here who got in Paris-Saclay scholarship? 1, 2? Okay, so thank you. Nice to meet you. You have my email address. I know you write me very often. I know that currently you are waiting your first installment, so be patient. When I will have all documents, I could proceed the payment. So see you soon. I will continue to send you email and organize several things if it's possible. And for everybody, if I have an advice, register to buddy program, everybody, because it's really a good opportunity for you to meet people, to have a mentor and have exchange with a former student. So an international student, but it could be also a French student. So have welcome to France, welcome to ENS Paris-Saclay, welcome in Université Paris-Saclay. So I wish you a good year and have fun in France.
Okay, so thank you very much. And we remain at your disposal with our colleague. So thanks.
So the first difficulty you will face will be not to confuse ENS Paris-Saclay and Université Paris-Saclay, because we are one component institution. ENS Paris-Saclay is one component institution of Université Paris-Saclay. Now we will listen to Tristan Duchesne. We will present us some data on international students this year. Present this year.
Hello everyone, I'm Tristan. So we may have talked a bit or a lot this past year or this summer. So welcome to you all, and I hope that we enjoy your stay here for the next year. So for some statistics, for example, for student per continent, so you are a majority from Asia, so 98 students at the moment, then Africa, and only two students from Oceania, so Australia, New Zealand, and so on. Then we'll have students per country, which will be maybe the more interesting for you guys, since maybe you don't know who are here at the moment from your own country. So the majority are from Lebanon, Morocco, Algeria, China, Tunisia, and Vietnam. So if you are seeking other students from your mother country, don't hesitate to ask us. We will maybe let you in touch with each others. Then students per field. So maybe you have all started your courses this week, so you may have met already some other international students. You are a lot in engineering, so in civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and electrical engineering as well. And in fundamental sciences, also 81 students in mathematics, biology, physics, particularly in the Monabifot program, and then in social sciences. So maybe a lot of you are here from the M1 in economics. Yes, maybe raise your hand if you are here. Yeah, only one. Okay. Per department. So at the moment, you are not alone in each department, except in biology and in the two laboratories. So if you have any questions, maybe you can concentrate first with your colleagues in your department or laboratories. Maybe you have the same issues, or you can meet and greet each others. And finally, level of study. So we have only 4 students in their last year of bachelor here at ENS, since we do not offer programs in the first and second year. Then 59 students in the first year of master's program, then 95% in the second year of master's program, and 66 PhD programs, students in PhD programs, who are a lot from the M2 programs from last year. So if you are interested in pursuing a PhD in ENS Paris-Saclay or Université Paris-Saclay, you can also come to us in our offices and discuss this matter. Thank you very much. And now Catherine Stéphane, the head of the international office, will present you our office and our missions. Thank you.
Now I will give you some information about the International Relations Office, which is the entrance of ENS for you who are international students. So our team is composed of 5 people, and we have 2 mobility advisors, and I can introduce them. Tristan Duchesne, I think you know him already. Is in charge of international incoming mobility. And Khadija Wada is in charge of incoming for Erasmus students. Léa Nathan is our administrative assistant, and Isabelle Thiel is our secretary accountant, which is in charge of your scholarships for those of you who are awarded by a scholarship. We are located in the southeast building on the first floor, as you can see. Please use our generic addresses to reach us, and check your formal address too, what is to say at ens-paris-saclay.fr. So our main address for you is RE-incoming, the first one. For general matters, you can reach us with the second address. You have this booklet, which is very important for you. You will have enough time to read it and to see a lot of information. Some information about what our activities and the international programs we deal with. I have some points to add, a few major points to remind. Some meetings for practical information will be held during September, once or twice a week, at lunchtime at International Office. You have to register if you are interested in. The topics will be transportation, caisse d'allocation familiale, which is a French institution to get money to pay your rent, health insurance, shopping center, and so on. There will be informal meetings with 5-6 students and you will be able to ask your questions. We will send you the information about these meetings by the end of the week. In addition, another point, in addition to the picture which has been taken at the beginning of the meeting, if you haven't already, don't forget to send us a recent identity picture, colored, please, selfie. We will manage to offer you a full picture of the 2021 selection, international selection, with the assistance of a professional designer. We hope so. Scholarships. For those of you who are awarded by scholarships, Erasmus or international scholarships, our office is in charge of the payment of some scholarships, and you must keep in mind some points. First of all, your scholarship is dedicated to a specific training and cannot be transferred to another master degree program. It's very important. Your scholarship requires attendance and punctuality in the program you have chosen. This applies, of course, to every student. Indeed, we must ensure partners who finance your fundings that your studies proceed in the best way. If not, we must cancel the installment of your scholarship. And finally, don't forget to give your bank account identification to Isabelle, who is here. You send by email, no problem. She's the key person to pay your grants. Or to Laurence Moncelier, who was there just before, if you are a Université Paris-Saclay scholarship holder. Another point is we encourage you to excuse me. We encourage you to join the France Alumni Network from now. Indeed, they publish a France Alumni directory. They can help you to find a job. They organize dedicated events, and you can belong to themed groups. So it could be interesting for you. I will finish with international experience. International experience I think is the most important point. You are lucky to spend some time abroad, perhaps for the first time so far away. Take the opportunity to meet friends from all over the world and to discover interculturality with different languages, different ways of life, different habits. Take the opportunity to discover France, to learn French. It can seem safe to stay with people from your own country at first, but try to get out your comfort zone and take the opportunity to meet other people and to share wonderful experiences. The first step could be to apply to the buddy program. Laurence told you about that just before. The buddy program of Université Paris-Saclay, I think it's on the... You have the contact at the top of the slide. It is a free mentoring program for international students who have arrived in France for studies. Each international student is matched with a local student, we will support him in his administrative procedures or have him discover the French way of living. So don't hesitate to apply. Unfortunately, the head of the language department is not available today to meet you, but you will receive by the end of the week information on the campus language courses in French or other languages. Finally, If you have any problem regarding your stay in ENS, please contact us. You have all the information, you have all our contact information. If we don't have the immediate solution, we can find the appropriate person to solve your problem. So have a good stay among us. And now I request Sciences-Accueil.
Hello, everybody. We are here today. Oh, just find our presentation. Let me introduce you Marion Thomas, Nadia Estrada, which is taking the photography, and Sophie Langrenier, myself. We are from Sciences-Accueil, an organism without the E, sorry, we are French, you know. An organism for helping international scientists, students, with their settlement and to enjoy France. So we are helping with accommodation research, administrative procedures, and all that makes you enjoy France with French foreign language learning, French learning as a French learning, sorry, and integration. So let me allow me to thank the ENS to have invited us to be part of your welcoming team today, following this ancestral tradition, French tradition of French hospitality. It's very important for us. We are about 15 people working very hard and doing our best to help you with your settlement in France. You, your partner, and your kids, if some of you have. Some few numbers. We are proud to accompany around 4,000 people each year since 1997, and nearly 50 institutes and universities trust us for that. And thanks to them and thanks to ENS, we can help you for free with all administrative procedures and searching for accommodation. And we only request some individual fees for the French languages and the cultural visit. We are supported for that by the region Île-de-France, and we get a European label for that also, our access. So we will quickly present you our services and programs. The first main program is the searching for an accommodation, which may be hard time because all you have seen, we are everybody they are building you know, the school and the accommodation are not already built. So we are doing our best to help you. A lot of you have requested us some help to find your accommodation, and we are doing our best to help you with that. We have two kinds of accommodation with private landlords that mostly don't ask for guarantor in France when you come on the behalf of Sciences-Accueil. And also residences, if you come on the behalf of Sciences-Accueil, you will get some discount with those residences.
Hello, everybody. So now we'll be talking about the administrative support that Sciences-Accueil offers. So as many of you have maybe already experienced or will soon experience, France loves administrative procedures and paperwork. So our purpose here is to prepare your stay in France. So in order to do so, we offer you services to accompany you and make sure that you receive your resident permit obtention the best way we can. We also help you in the procedure of all the health paperwork in order to receive your carte vitale and over. Another service we offer is to help you to open a bank account in France, and also all the paper regarding the insurance. And last, we also support regarding the housing and the CAF allowance and the employment and student job hunting. So as maybe some of you already know, we live 5 minutes from here, walking, literally. So you can find us there for any question you may have, but you can already find us present because we are the co-founder of the GATE, which stands in French for the Guichet d'accueil des talents étrangers, and it is located in Orsay. And it's open from August to December, and it's open to everyone, including especially yourself, in order to receive appointment for all those administration tasks. Okay, so now after studying hard, after making sure you have all the paperwork right and valid in France, one of the most important parts of living in France is really to truly experience the culture. So in order to do so, Sciences Accueil offers linguistic courses and cultural visits. So this is more my field of expertise. So I work for the French as a foreign language courses program in Sciences Accueil. So we have 2 different semesters per year. One semester goes from October to February, and the second one goes from March to June. Those courses are composed of 60 hours of classes where you meet the teacher twice a week. Those are evening courses. Included in those 60 hours of courses, you have indoor classes, but you also have what we call outdoors activities, which could be to, for example, go to the bakery with your class and your teacher, to go to a special museum, or it can be anything you and your teacher decides. And to end the semester, we have a huge gathering with all the classes where we celebrate the end of this program. Also included in those semesters, you have what we call the workshops. So from this coming October, so our next courses open on October 12th, and we'll be opening a workshop to improve French for cinema, conversation and games, as well as theater and how to act in French. So that's going to be a new novelty for us. So feel free to join us for this. We left some flyers regarding those programs just at the entrance of this door, of this room, or you can also follow us on Instagram if you wish.
We consider that a good integration in France implies several cultural experiences that will lead to you a good cultural knowledge of France. This is why we organize cultural visits. You can see our program, you can find on our website. There is a picture of visit Versailles, and then this visit is about Impressionist art. Like we visit Monet House, and then we have a workshop, on painting workshop. The next tour or next visit we are going to do, it's in October. It will take place in October. We are going to visit Chevreuse Valley, it's near to us. And we are going to visit the castle and walk in the valley, have a picnic. So you can inscribe in our website. We are also the program Meet, Greet, and Eat. We have a partnership with an association, friend association, that welcomes you in their house. You can have a lunch with local French people that can be useful to improve a little or some French, eat real local food, meeting other people. We have also the support program. We know that it can be difficult to live in another country. You can contact a professional who can listen to you, give some piece of advice, some help if you go through difficult that stress you or depress you. We also have other professionals involved in this program to help you, such as the local police who has workshop of security issues in France. If you don't feel safe because there are some world news, you can participate in this workshop to know what can be safety security in France. And we also have a partnership with a French bank, is the Société Générale. This bank can help you with a short-term loan, for instance, if you have a problem.
This help is for free. You can have the individual coaching if you need, but we hope that you won't need this program. So if you want to request for help with Saclay, either you cross the street, we are just on the other side, either you subscribe on our website on the rubric Prepare Your Stay in English, or Préparez votre venue, and that's all. We will be pleased to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello, everybody, welcome. Mr. Vincent Leurzy couldn't be there today, so I try to explain you some about student life and administration. You have there some information. We are located close to SR18, yes, in the first floor, in East building, and my office is here, and the other team is here. It's very important to join us at this address mail, dsve@, because we all receive your mail. Our main missions, the first is study and administration. We can inform you, help you. Don't hesitate to call them or to send a mail. For student life, I have a lot of exchange with a lot of us for housing, accommodation, but you can also find a lot of information of cultural life or sports on the website. The beginning of sports activity is around the 21 September. We can also try to give you some information about cultural association or sports association or all contact with our students who are there. And we can help you to find some offer of student job or to help you in all your problematic of career. So, important. You have here the website to begin your to your registration. It's hyper important to begin, and if you have any question, please send a mail at SOS, the second mail address. If you have any question, you can ask to me at the end of the session.
Thank you very much. Now I request Martine Copé for the library.
Well, hello, and I join, of course, my colleagues to wish you a very warm welcome at ENS and Paris-Saclay in general. Well, I'm here to present you the services of the library. We are a team of 8 persons. We can see us on the picture. And we also have a team of students for the nighttime slot. As for the location, you can see on the picture, with that surprise, we are all in the southeast building, but the library is on the ground floor and not on the first floor. It's very easy to find us from the outside because we are just in front of the bus stop. Maybe you have already seen the library through the windows. You're automatically registered once you are through with the administrative registration. So it's very easy. You just need to have your student card, and you can come to the library and borrow books or benefit from other services. You can have a view on the picture of our new library. You can see a stair. So now we are on 2 levels. We have a mezzanine with only chairs and tables to work on site, and any services are available on the ground floor. You have documents, interlibrary loan, and so on. I want to make a focus on electronic documents. You can benefit from electronic documents on site because we just declare IPs, any IPs of in the school, or via remote access from anywhere. You could see the list on the website of the school. We have a tab for the library and another tab for resources. Okay. So from the website, you can have the list to the documents, to the electronic resources. We have a license to access. We also have an online catalog. The name is Focus, and here you have a booklet. The booklet would be available somewhere after the presentation. So Focus is an online catalog. It's well, it's a documentary research platform. Well, to situate, it's like a Google-like research box. So Focus is a shared tool with Paris-Saclay. So it reports our documents and those of the other institutions. Okay. You can limit the view at the ENS or extend it to other libraries. Lastly, I just want to point out the cross-access agreement we have with other libraries, other Paris-Saclay libraries. It means that you can go as you want. You can work in our library or in the library at Centrale Supélec or Paris-Saclay or IOGS and so on. Okay, and you just need to have your student card with you. You can, it's free, okay? You can go in any library, it's free, and you can borrow books and so on, okay? The only limitation would be on the electronic resources, just because of the licenses we sign with publishers, okay? So it's restricted. But if not, you can go anywhere you want in any library. So if you have any questions, you know where to find us. So have a very nice year here. Thank you.
Now we will listen to the student association.
Hello. So I'm Armand, this is Etienne. We're both part of the student association, and we represent what activities we offer. So first off, there's the video which regroups everything. That's like the general instance that helps organize everything. But you can have access to multiple different associations, also various sports, pretty much most, like rugby, soccer, handball, like the various other sports. There are also some several artistic associations, like drawings, pictures. So you can find a list of pretty much every association if you follow this QR code. There's this packet alpha which has a list and the description of every association. So if you want to just participate in any, you can contact anybody from the video or from anywhere, and they'll orient you to the persons that are organizing the activity. And most importantly, there is this CAFET, which is the circled red, at the ground floor. That's the nervous system, pretty much of the student life. Right now it's not open due to the COVID, but there'll be always students here from the video and from the associated life.
Yes, well, as Armand said, well, you can go. You will be able to go to the cafe if you see where it is. It's pretty much next to the library, down. I would say down there, approximately. And yes, well, student life, yet it's not very active because the school year has just has just started. It's there is the coronavirus crisis, and well, we just moved into its new building, so we have to get this all started. But anyway, we will try to keep you informed. Hopefully we will be able to get some posters when it's ready, and if you and when there will be something going on in the cafe, you will notice it immediately. So during this meeting, I would like to give you a task. You have to come and see us, all the students at the ENS. You can do that either by going to a cafe or by contacting any one of us. We are 4 students who actively try to speak with international students at the Student Union, but you can ask any student from the Union. We all wear these magnificent sweatshirts with a beautiful bag as well. So if you see someone with this, you can go and speak to them. They will, well, yes, they will always be happy to help you, and you can also go and ask any student. I haven't seen anyone bite anyone because they just ask a question. So don't be shy, you can go and see anyone. Plus, thanks to the international part of the ENS, we all learn to speak in English, so really you should be feeling confident. So, so there is a mailing list for general information about the Students' Union. There is also a general Discord server for the life on the campus. It's really about anything, and if you go there, you can be able to chat. Well, it's all in French, but that will allow you to improve your level, won't it? And there is also a Facebook page which you can go to. I believe it's in English, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in English.
You can chat in English in the Discord, for instance, so even if yours is in French.
Yeah. Yeah, really, learning new languages online, it's not the hardest task. And therefore, as I said before, there are 4 of us. Melanie Petrie, she's the president of the Students' Union, so she might be a bit busy, but the three of us left, Agnès, Armand, and me, Etienne, we are here really at your service. If you have any question, if you have any complaint or any interrogation, if you would like to, for example, know where the bakery is, if you need help with the paper, if you, I don't know, need to help with translating a word, or really anything that comes to your mind, you can contact any one of us. Really, we are here at your service, really. So don't be shy and don't hesitate to come to us. I myself have already studied abroad, and Armand also, but and for my personal experience, it was really nice to go and try to see the people and meet new friends and play with them, etc. So it's really something you shouldn't. Well, it's something you mustn't miss on. I can't even allow you to miss on such an opportunity. So don't be shy. Come and see us, and you'll see you will have a great year here at the ENS. And I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Just a small information, the Student Sports Association couldn't be here today, but they are organizing a welcome meeting on Wednesday, September 16, between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. It's in this room, so don't hesitate to come.
Just another thing we forgot to mention. We were talking about joining the student life. There's something that's happening tonight at 7 p.m. Right in front of the school. The brass band of the school will play, so we can just come and listen, or meet some people. If you want to join, you can talk to us then. So don't be shy. Just come tonight at 7 p.m. in front of the school.
Thank you very much. Now I request Doreen Kamga to speak about disability services and social action.
hello, my name is Doreen. I'm working in the Human Resources Department on 3 missions. So the first mission is social action, disability services, and another human resources action. My job in social action is very large. So if you need something, I'm available to listen, inform, and guide to the right solution. I help about assistance and administrative procedure or student social assistance folder. But for the last assistance is exceptional, significant, and urgent request. Your contact are social services at Cruz and meet with this address email. My second mission in human resources services is in disability service with Laetitia Chanteau. If you have a disability, if you are sick or pregnant, and you need special arrangements, special aids, or another arrangement, please send the email at this address, Relais Handicap, or contact the doctor with another address. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, Doreen. And now I request Rachid Benasser, who will speak to you, to us about PhD programs.
Thank you. Welcome all of you, people here, and also who are by virtual way. I think several people already welcome you, so I try to do it somehow differently. I saw in the statistics, you know, that civil engineering department is the one who receives biggest number of foreigners. So you know that I am in international exchange, partially because I am from this department. I am professor in civil engineering. Then I saw also in statistics that there are people coming from several countries, and if I remember, the maximum was from Lebanon. Ya hala bi ahl Lebanon. Then there are also some of us, if I remember, from China. If my Chinese is still good, it is Huang Yin Niman. Pourrais confirmer ou infirmer après. So I am here to talk about PhD. You are lucky to join Paris-Saclay University. Lucky because of all the campus, perhaps I'm not hearing well, all the campus, and also lucky in indirect way, especially from foreigner students, due to the ranking, you know, Shanghai ranking, which you already hear it, 14th, which means it is a potential in learning and excellent. Oh, sorry. Is it better now? Why you didn't told me before? So what I was talking about is that as you join University Paris-Saclay, here we are at ENS Paris-Saclay, this ranking will be a real weapon for you to learn in good condition, but also to negotiate in good condition. This ranking is, let's say, partially or big part, based on research. So now I will talk about not research, but PhD, which is mainly involved in that. We are in post-graduation. Then some people can ask why we pass at the end. So after, we can say that we wish perhaps the person who did the program, they wish to keep your concentration until the end, so you hear all the service. Then we give you back to the PhD. You are all master or PhD student. For the PhD student, I have some slides, but I'll not really present them because perhaps the time went over. And for the master student, what I want to underline is that you just arrive, but remember, your master subject and your PhD subject will arrive very fast. You can't wait until June. Then you will say, I want eventually to do research. It is a project you have to create with your supervisor and so on. So it will be, let's say you still have a few months, but you have to think about it. At ENS or also other schools or at scale of Paris-Saclay University, because here I am acting as Paris-Saclay University, the research is strongly interlinked with the master degree. You have to begin early. I give here some, my colleague in the beginning already mentioned that. We have approximately, it is just the main order because you saw 4,000, 4,600, and depending on the year also fluctuating, but let's say the main order is 1,000 PhD per year. So I guess it's what you wish, you can go through that, and you see that 42% are international students. Have to see how it is open. And also for people perhaps are in virtual way with others, you can do a PhD also when your level in French, let's say close to zero or not significant, you will learn French as extra, but the research and the laboratories, you have to know that all your colleagues master English, perhaps it will not be the good word, but we are all able to communicate, do the work, and go on. So this is important to mention, underline, and insist on that. Then for the doctorate training, it was explained that we have 21 doctorate schools. I know when we arrive, especially master degree, it seems so far, but in relatively fast way, in few months, you have to begin, look for subject, and go through your research based on the doctorate school. You have to belong to this doctorate school, which is the field where you are. But keep in mind that it will appear relatively fast. This slide is for the PhD who just joined us. I wrote what is classical for people working or my colleague in research, but for PhD student, 3 years will pass very fast with part which is at the end. I wrote what seems obvious, but obvious after we knew it. You will become the expert in the domain. You will not work alone. You will be in a team, and you will have a good support. You have supervisor, doctorate school, managing all around. What is also important is think about original, new ideas. Take a risk in cooperating with your supervisor, but don't scare to get out of, let's say, the tube. What can I add? Original work, and remember that the work you will be the sole authors. So it's your work and real challenges for you. This is the important things for the PhD who just joined us, or for master's student. It will be completely different because till now you learn, or previously you learn how to do things. In master we hope we'll be able to teach you why you do things. But by why you do things, you add why. Then you open a new question during the PhD. You change the way to do things. You get out your classical. It is a real challenge, but a wonderful challenge. You grow up. I will not be more talkative than that. What I want also to say, this you can go through the website, or you find it. You can write just PhD, University Paris-Saclay. You will find the link. And all applications are via this website. but you can find it. Remember, PhD or doctorat, University Paris-Saclay. It is unique on all University Paris-Saclay. You can search the subject by words. You can search subject by discipline. So it is normally intuitive and easy to manage. So these are the main points I want to say. Moreover, I want to mention small added things. We say that we have around 1,000 PhD per year. On this 1,000 new PhD per year, more than 1,000, we have 120 requesting to be as joint PhD. And just to explain that also if, because sometimes it's financial support questions, sometimes is you don't want to stay longer far from your family or close, keep in mind that you can prepare a joint PhD, which is part-time in France and part-time in another country, with advantages that you gain 2 expertise, plus you will get 2 PhD diploma. So somehow it is the best way. And then the financial support, there are several formula for that. Plus we have specific call on University Paris-Saclay. My colleague, when he opened first, he say ADI, which is International Doctorate Scholarship, and there are several others. So don't hesitate, and here you find what is that you gain mainly advantages, especially if you want to gain 2 expertise and work in 2 cultural environments. I will not be more talkative than that. If you need some questions, same thing. On internet, you will find the PhD. You will find the joint PhD with generic email. You will call like that. So University Paris-Saclay PhD or joint PhD, doctorat or co-tutelle or joint PhD, you'll find both of them. Then you contact. We will be happy to answer, help, advise, and so on. Thank you again.
To end the session, I can add some information about ENS Paris-Saclay that the president, because the president didn't have enough time to explain to you. It will be very quick. Comment je reviens? Sorry for that. It was at the beginning. ENS Paris-Saclay was created in 1912, and there were a lot of changes all during the last years, changing of the name, location, etc. It is a graduate school, and you have some ratios below the slide. Another thing I want to highlight, it's not that. Up. Okay, excuse me. Well, here you have the 12 departments and the 14 laboratories. This picture is in your booklet, in the welcome booklet. And I think you will have enough time to see that later. So we have a 3 part, with main part of education and research. The first part is in science for engineering, engineering sciences. The second part is fundamental sciences, and the third part is humanities and social sciences. With departments and labs connected. This is our network in the world. It's in our international cooperation. So you have just a look to, we are on all the continents. We are present, and we have a lot of very strong partnerships on all the continents. Here is the same in only for Erasmus, so in Europe. So you have just a look. These are all the countries where you're from this year. So some information about that. And the top 5 countries are Algeria, China, Lebanon, Tunisia, and Morocco, and China, I think it's the equivalent, and Vietnam. This is okay. And we moved to Plateau-Saclay to join a cluster, Université Paris-Saclay, as it has been explained before. So I think you see where we are on the top of the. So we join 3 universities, 6 research centers, and we are 4 school, engineering school, grandes écoles. And I have another thing to explain to you, but it is in your booklet too. But it's how to repair, to find your room in the building. Do you know how to do? You have an axis, horizontal axis on a vertical axis, and the 1M46, it's 1 is a level, M is the horizontal, no, the vertical axis, and 46 is the horizontal axis, the number of the room, and with the combination you find your room. All of this is described in your booklet, so I will let you read it. So now the meeting is closed. I thank you very much for your attention, and I wish you again a very good year with us. Thank you. Each student in the room can get his lunch bag before leaving.